Each year, we are gifted with a golden opportunity to resume the chase of another deer season. And after only a few short weeks, the list of memories to be thankful for is long. Now our attention shifts to another new beginning, opening day in Iowa. Historically, experience has shown that when this day lines up with the right weather conditions, extraordinary moments can happen. For some of our team, the impatient wait drags on, holding out hope for the fall shift to shake things up and bring last season's bucks back into the picture. Patience must prevail. Others, however, are already in the thick of their game plans, with excitement to capitalize on the opportunity the early season presents. On the eve of October 1st, an arriving cold front finds Mike Reed hitting the woods with his hunting buddy Tate, trying to round out the month on a high note.
Tree to get a stand in. That's a really good tree to have a stand in. And make the green spot come out right here. Just make it like a little hourglass. Well, we are all set up, and it is balmy in this blind. It's obviously on the edge of the bean field, sitting in the sun. There's no breeze. It's like a 4 mile per hour south-southwest. We can see down into the brassicas. We've got the beans, in the last week they've really turned and defoliated, but there's still some green in them. Aries is the buck we're after. Last time we set up over the beans and the corner, and we're just looking out this window down the brassicas. Tonight, we kept that window closed to block the sunlight. It's gonna be a lot easier for us to open this window over the beans as opposed to doing this if the deer are right here. So excited to be out here because he's been very frequent right here. What do you think, Tate? You ready? Let's get you your second buck. Your first buck with a gun. We've been practicing with that 350 Legend, and he's really doing a good job, so see if we can pull it off.
With the shadows getting longer, the anticipation inside of the redneck blind continues to build that the buck called Aries might yet appear. That same evening, 118 miles to the west, I find myself making another afternoon drive trying to lay eyes on the big deer. Alrighty, just out here making our way down to where the big deer is at. It is opening day eve. We got the 6x5 buck in the Big Bird farm, and then we've got the buck we've been following all summer. Haven't exactly came up with a name on him except the big deer. Now, throw into the mix this morning another super big deer that hit that exact same spot where the big deer was a few days ago. Don't even know exactly what he is. He looks like he's got, I want to say 6 or 7 scoreable on his left side, big 5x on the right, and he was 10, 15 yards under that tree stand today. So deer are shifting around. We're gonna be going to see what we can visualize. Tonight, you can already start to feel this temperature change. The pressure is rising right now, very high, all the way through the morning. I think it peaks around 9 or 10 in the morning, but then the temperature just plummets right behind it. It's a lot like 2020 when we had that velvet buck, albeit that one we had the food plot. We had a lot of consistency on a scrape. I mean, that one I felt super good about, but I feel like we're at least in the game tomorrow. And if we take a shot and it doesn't work out, it's gonna be hard to exit, but we'll give it a break for a little bit and just try to be as selective and intentional as possible. But I'm just super excited. Good luck to all you guys for your hunt tomorrow, and let's go see what we can get into. With plenty of deer up on their feet enjoying the impending cold front, my anticipation for a daylight sighting of one of the 2 bucks shifts to expectation. Back with the reeds, the now fully shaded soybean field continues to load up with deer.
fire just popped off. Yeah, they're all does. I see antlers. Oh, it's that big tail. He's pretty cool.
How old is he?
He's 3.
Why does he have antlers?
Well, because they grow antlers. All the boys grow antlers every year.
As the sun sets on the final day of September, the great deer movement leaves spirits high for Mike and Tate. Little did they know, though, just how close they were to the opportunity they were looking for. Only 200 yards away over the crest of the hill hidden from their sight was the early daylight Walker Aries, cementing exactly why we value the early season weather gift so much. At nearly the exact same time the Reed's hunt is coming to a close, my scouting trip is just beginning to pay off.
That's a big deer. It's a very good one. And that gets you fired up, bro.
Well, there you have it. Front's coming through. Just saw the deer from this morning on his feet. Exactly where we didn't expect him to go. And every deer was in this cove, which is very far away from the tree stand.
Yeah.
The following morning, it's official. Opening day is finally here. With conditions only improving throughout the day, many of the team are gearing up for calculated afternoon moves. At this time of the year, slipping into a bedding area before the bucks we're hunting arrive is extremely unlikely, though not impossible. 486 miles to the east of Iowa, longtime team members Joe and Jace Baker are heading to the woods of Indianapolis, where they've made many memories in prior years. On the morning of October 1st, the duo is gearing up, hoping to take advantage of the same cool weather Midwesterners enjoyed the evening before.
Welcome to another episode of Midwest Whitetail. We're here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Today is October the 1st. Today is the regular season opener here in Indiana. And this past Thursday, I drove up here, put some cameras out. Had a crazy encounter with our #1 hit list buck, Big Ben, pretty much about right where Jay shot Peyton 2 years ago. We also have another buck that has showed up that we've named Ace over the last couple of days. So we're going to get in here. Jace is going to film me this morning, see what happens today, but we've got a cold front coming in tonight. I know today is going to be good, but tomorrow's even going to be better. So we're going to get set up here. We will see you in the tree.
Oh my goodness, this one might be a shooter. This one might be a shooter. Well, we're finally up in the covered up from first shooting light with 4 bucks that came off the hill right here, right down here in front of us. One of them is Ace. We haven't got a shot at him yet. They're right now at about 50 yards sparring over here. They've been in front of us now for about 25 minutes. We're hoping to get a shot at him where they're at right here. If we hang in here long enough today, we should get a shot. We're gonna hang in here and see what happens, but October 1st, Indianapolis. You can't get any better than this. He's going right. Get on the other side of the tree. Right side, Dad. Swing on it. Honeysuckle bush, there was no shot. But I really think he will get up and walk out right here within 25 yards. I would never have expected the biggest buck we've got on camera to bed right there. We've got this whole thicket to bed in. It could get crazier.
With the buck bedded in bow range for Joe, the patience game now begins. That same morning, 314 miles to the west, final preparations are being made in northeast Missouri. Since their first outing of the season, the giant buck Kate and Justin Lubrecht are hunting has only appeared once on the Cuddyback camera overlooking the small monster buck plot. Now, the duo is holding out for the next front that lines up with Kate's busy schedule as a new mom to take their shot. Today, attention is focused on dialing in the home farm known as BBA.
Well guys, it is the 1st of October here and Mitch, Justin, and myself are back here on what we call Redemption Ridge. Justin's up hanging a double and Mitch and I are down here. We got a pine limb here that they've hit in the past and we come down in here for the first time this year and sure enough they're already hitting it. But you know, things have been really slow here on the camera so far for us this year. None of us have made a sit actually for any particular buck, and the swoosh deer's never showed back up. Several of our other targets have not showed back up either. But we've had an influx of old deer move in, or what seem to be extremely mature deer. We think that there's a solar panel field going in here to the east, and they've cleared a big section of trees and draws, and I think it's pushing those bucks over here and they're having to relocate. We haven't had the weather to really move the bucks in like we anticipated either. That's all going to change here first of next week. We're getting after it today here in Missouri. It's a beautiful day and it just feels good to finally get out and start getting some of these cooler temps. It's really got us fired up. I gotta say, this is a first for me. Came over here to revamp a scrape and found a piece of velvet hanging in there. It's pretty neat. I know people find velvet when they're shedding, and it's a first for us, finding a fresh piece of velvet in a scrape. It's pretty cool.
Rounding out the day's preparation on the swoosh plot, a project that took many hours of work, a new story is taking shape. Right in the same area where Tyler hoped his showdown with swoosh would occur, a buck now called Watusi has moved in. By no means a new buck. The prior season, Tyler couldn't have shot the buck even if he wanted to. A big mainframe 6-point in 2023, the buck was not legal to hunt in Missouri due to the county-wide antler point restriction. Now a huntable deer and showcasing a super wide frame, excitement for the coming days only burns hotter. Speaking of a burning fire, that same day, team member Zach Rosmus is checking in on a secluded plot he burned and seeded on the new property he calls Last Chance.
Well, here we go. Sweet October. Season is upon us. Dave and I are just getting down to the Last Chance farm right now, and we're just gonna swap out a few cameras, and I was pretty excited to check on these plots, see what they were looking like. I'm really happy with the first one. It's pretty cool to be able to go right down the rows of where we ran that Great Plains drill. We got really good germination. Definitely still need to get some more moisture in it to really kick it off just a little bit more for some of those brassicas and some of those winter peas that are in there. But I couldn't be happier with how that's looking right now. Deer are starting to pile in there, that lush green growth. I know that this plot, based on what it looks like on the camera that's back in here, looks really good too, the one that's more secluded in the timber. So we're gonna switch out a few cams, just kind of adjust things a little bit, put a scrape in here, and then we're gonna find a stand to get into. October 1st, gotta love it. You can definitely tell the difference between, I seeded this a little lighter, wanted to work my way all the way through it, and then up here I seeded it really, really heavy, because this is the best spot. This is the spot that's most huntable up in this area. So I'm thinking if I can just clear out just a little trail and do a mock scrape right in here. Blow the wind right in our face. Little pond on the backside. Like it. There are 2 studs on camera already. Look at those guys.
Back on stand with Joe Baker, the buck from the early morning is still bedded right in front of him.
This way. Can you shoot him right there?
We've had this buck bedded behind us for almost 4 hours. And we had a little buck come in and go up there and lay down pretty much right beside him. Then all of a sudden, we had a coyote come down the ditch and bump them over in this area right here. But I still feel like we're in a pretty good position to catch him coming back up through here. But hopefully we get a shot before the end of the day's over.
Unable to get a shot through the thick underbrush, the buck returns to the same bed, resuming the waiting game. While Joe tests his nerves with the unexpected all-day sit, back in Iowa, many on our team are gearing up to head into the woods with bow in hand for their first hunt of the season. With great bucks to chase and favorable weather in play, momentum is shifting in the hunter's favor. Only a few steps in, the day's first close-range action reveals a smile only an outdoorsman would understand. All set up for the afternoon, the wait begins for the high-stakes hunt. That same day, Mike Reed is just arriving at the property following the workday.
31. Let's roll. Well, hey guys, it is October 1st, the day we've all been waiting for, and we have an awesome cold front pushing through Iowa. Could not have timed it up better. I worked a full day today, and we got out here a little after 4 o'clock. And we slipped up the back edge of this corn to this blind I pulled in about a week ago. This food plot, we call it the back plot. We've had a lot of luck here over the years, late season. I have standing corn, and we usually film them coming through this little green plot out into the standing corn. We have the blind set back into the field. And I've got 40 yards across the food plot. Got a couple really active scrapes. We've got some winter wheat and winter rye under these trees. Got a little clover. And I came in here and put the overcast blend into the standing corn, which is a ton of deer damage, as you might imagine, so it's done really well. We've got a bunch of white oaks, and so a lot of food here. 15, 20 degree drop from yesterday. We've hunted the last 4 days with the kids for youth season. It's been 85 to 90 degrees, movement's been slow, and we've had this weather front come through last night and into this morning. Primary buck I'm after on the home farm this year is a buck we call Chubbs Jr. And Chubbs, when he was a 4-year-old, was a mainframe 10 with split brows. And we actually filmed him back here on this plot. And then this buck, as a 3-year-old, was a mainframe 10 with split brows. Looked just like Chubbs. And then last year, he grew up. He had a nice, good frame, really long beams. He sprouted little G5s and had his split brows as a 4-year-old. This year, he's got 16 scoreable points, as best I can tell on trail camera photos. He's a 6x6. He's got triple brows. And he looks like an awesome deer. Now, we contemplated passing him this year just because his rack's kind of shriveled up. His G3s have shriveled up. Like, we were talking about what might have caused that. I don't know if it's just the extra growth at the bases took away from some of the other tines, or we kind of have theorized that maybe he got EHD last year and he survived and he's a little bit weaker this year because we've had great growing conditions. Either which way, he's a beautiful buck. And as I didn't want to overthink it, as I spent some time thinking about it, it's like I'd be an idiot not to shoot him. So it's the part of me that was thinking at 6, maybe he'll recover and be 200, was making me think twice, but we're at least gonna sit in here and see if he shows up, and we'll see what he looks like, and with any luck, we'll get an arrow in him.
While Mike and Rye await the first deer movement of the evening, back to the east in Indiana, Joe Baker is going on his 12th hour on stand.
right. He's angling right. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Where's he at? Where's he at? He just ran down to the ditch and stopped. Turn the camera on me. You're on it, dude.
That looked like a smoke shot.
I thought you smoked him. Arrow buried up to the knock.
Right between us. I was at full draw.
I know. Oh, I heard you. You were at full draw for almost a minute. You only have 5 minutes of camera battery left. He literally ran right into the ditch and stopped.
Son, we've done it. Within 33 yards.
All day.
For over 7 hours today. 2 different times. Coyote ran him off. He circled back around. It started raining. So what we're going to do, we just reviewed the footage. The footage looks good. I wish it was a little bit lower, but I still think it went down into his cavity, into his chest. We are actually going to sneak out of the tree, get in the truck, go get a bite to eat, charge the camera, and get everything loaded, and then give him some time. But we think that we got him. So we're going to do that, and we'll get back with you.
While the father and son duo get down to review the shot at the truck, back in Iowa, Owen Riegler is also out for his first hunt of the year. However, he's exchanged the bow for the camera and is behind the lens for right-hand man Devin Wills.
Well, we're getting down to about the last 10 minutes here. So far, it's just been those, 3 or 4 does, I think is what it was. Some coyotes we heard and good old hoot owl, but, nonetheless, opening day, nice weather. We've been waiting for this all year, so can't complain. I think old Joey's up to bat tomorrow, so I can't wait to pick on him a little bit in the blind.
Well, like Devin said, I got one of my dearest friends coming in to hunt with us tomorrow. Old buddy Joey. He's coming in to bow hunt with us. Could be an epic hunt, obviously. Devin and I are good friends. Joe's one of my best friends, so if Joe were to connect, it would be an epic celebration. So, looking forward to that hunt tomorrow. We'll see you guys then. Yes.
As the sun begins to fade below the horizon line, the team is reminded that even with great weather, there are no guarantees in hunting. Though not captured on camera, the highlight of my evening is a split-second visual on the new buck we saw the afternoon before, coming out of the same draw moving through the beans. What the day may have lacked in deer sightings is more than made up by the crisp breeze and smells of fall, confirming the season is actually here. Back in Indiana, Joe Baker is taking up the trail with his son by his side.
Got Mason here in Missouri. Say hi to Midwest Whitetail.
Midwest Whitetail family. Joe Baker has done it again.
And here we are.
Man, he's nice. Hey, let me see you take some good pictures. Love you guys.
Okay, sounds good. We love you.
Alright, send it to me.
Okay,
Bye.
see ya. Bye. Well, we were able to get him dragged up out of the creek here, and this is a buck we named Ace. He just showed up this week, and this buck came in right after shooting light this morning with 3 other small bucks. Was literally within 80 yards the entire day. It was just crazy. When he did finally come in, he came right to the bottom of the tree. He was trying to film straight down. When I finally did have a shot that wasn't straight down, he was walking away and was able to make a great shot with the bow, and he only went about 40 yards total. We're gonna get this buck out of here and hopefully get back in the woods in the morning. We've got several good deer in Kentucky that we're gonna be hunting. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Midwest Whitetail, and hopefully we get to put some more big bucks on the ground.
Right, 2:30, 80 degrees, very warm. We turned the truck off and I'm already sweating. But what we're gonna do is walk through this waterway. Basically what we're gonna do is hope that I can see the trees. There's a bunch of big cottonwoods throughout this draw that I can see the trees where these deer should be bedded, and hopefully those leaves are gonna give us enough noise cover. But basically what we're gonna do is try to get to this bottleneck in the draw right as the topography starts to climb. We'll hang on the downside of it, and with the south wind it should blow into the field, and where I felt like all those deer are stepping out is right here. And what I think they're doing is they're bedding at the top of the draw, which is a lot thicker. Perfect conditions for a big buck to get on his feet? Absolutely not, but it does cool off at the end of the night obviously, and the wind dies down, and if we're that tight to his bed, there's a good chance he might step up. Like I said, I think we're on a ticking time bomb with these beans getting picked for deer living on the property. Let's go do this. I can start to see where it bottlenecks right here. You can see through the other side, so we got past. I didn't hear anything, did you? Alright, well here it is, day 2 in Iowa of the bow season, October 2nd. And you just saw everything that we decided to do. Conditions are not quote unquote favorable. I mean, it's hotter today, pressure is falling, stiff south winds. But this is the first south we've had after quite a few norths. And most importantly, we really wanted to get a set into this tree because we've seen this big deer, the new deer, the last 2 nights. I can't wait to see how much that scared me. Well, we've seen this big deer the last 2 nights. The first time we got him was 2 days ago, and he was across where we sat last night on trail camera, working the scrape, pushing a buck around. That evening, we saw him on the south side of this draw we're in. Last night I saw him come out on the north edge, and he walked down this lane. I couldn't see if he went to the beans or if he walked all the way down here, but the fact of the matter is, to me, he beds in this draw. That's what was so risky about getting in here. We walked through plenty of it, but we were able to use these huge cottonwoods, high winds. I mean, I could hardly hear Evan right behind me, but we got close to where I wanted to. I think there's an active scrape about 30 yards, 20 yards up here. Either way, I think it's gonna be a good stand for the rest of the season. It's 30 yards across right here, and I mean, at the end of the day, we're in, and we're in the game. So the one thing we got going for us on top of all that is that if he gets up, he doesn't have a long ways to go, and that's the trick. I mean, the October lull, I don't really think it's a thing. I think you just got to get tight to the bedroom, and most of the time that's a bad idea at this time of year. But here we are, doing it. Good luck to everybody else out. I know Owen's out tonight, and Joe, I think, is behind the bow, and I think Gavin's making his first sip. So good luck to everybody. Hopefully somebody gets it done.
While I remain hopeful to take the bow off the hanger, 70 miles to the southeast, Owen Riegler and Joe Noble are headed in for their first hunt together in years.
Like I said, pretty excited to go hunting with old Joe here. You people that have followed me, you know who Joe is. He's the guy that filmed me for 3 or 4 years, worked for me for 6, so pretty excited to have him out here going after this 8. There's actually 2 bucks here. There's this 8 and there's another one with a split G2 that I'd like to look at. Not sure if he's fully mature, but if he comes out, we'll take a good look at him, and he may be on the list as well. So anyway, we'll see how she goes tonight. It's a little warm, but we just need to see 1 deer, that's all. I don't expect to see a bunch of does over here, but you never know. Awesome little posse we got going here. Sweet. Coast clear over there. Well, here it is, about 6:15 here. We got just over an hour left. So far, we've seen kind of what I've expected for early in the sit. We haven't seen a deer yet, but that last 30 minutes, I still will be surprised if we don't see that wrap around 8. So with any luck, he'll come sneaking through and pow, baby, pow. Well, we'll sit in here last hour and see what happens. Yo, thank you. Yes. Good eyeball, see. Is it a half rack? Yes, Joe, that's your deer. That's fine with me. Got the knife. I'll notch the tag right now.
Alright, well, we're down to our last hour and 15 minutes here. And this is the window, I think, that if we see a deer, it's gonna happen pretty soon. But so far, 0 deer. So hopefully, Owen and Gavin and whoever else is out tonight, we're having a good hunt. If we get down to the last 20-ish minutes and haven't seen anything, something that I might do is send a few just grunts up there and see if we can't pull a buck down here that might be up just browsing.
about 15 minutes here. So far, he's been a no-show. I'm starting to wonder now. It was a high anticipation. I thought we had a good chance to see him, but I feel like he's going to be a no-show. So who knows if anything shows up here in the last 10-15 minutes, we'll bring it to you. And if not, we will see you on the next one. And a special thanks to Joey for coming hunting with us. I've enjoyed it. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Thanks for having me. You bet. I'm in class. I think that might be your split too. Yeah, split too. Yeah, he's been charged out. He's a big deer. Huge. I mean, massive body. If you want to shoot him, he's all yours. It was like 28 right there. He might be this way too, Joe, if you got enough light. You got another one. How you feeling, buddy? Hey.
I'm telling you, I knew he was kind of quartered too.
Yeah.
And I hugged it as far forward as I thought.
And maybe you went in right behind the shoulder. I missed it.
I bet.
I missed the shot, but you might have went in right behind the shoulder and then it kicked out back where I seen it over
the exit.
Yeah,
He was right in front of the ham.
Yeah, I was right in front of the hip.
Yeah, about that far.
Yeah, so if you went in right behind the shoulder, it took out a bunch of stuff.
I know I didn't hit, so he was like slight quarter too.
Yeah.
And I thought I crowded it way up here with my angle. Because I was gonna let him go this way. I was just overconfident with it. Hopefully he expires quickly and we can have, get him taken care of. That's the biggest concern,
Yeah.
You just don't want to lose your deer.
Yep. Well, it's up to you, Joe. I know it's your hunt, but I'm thinking we should go back and watch it on the big screen.
Yeah.
See if we can make an educated decision on what we want to do. Obviously, we need to wait some time, but maybe we can gain, through camera lens. Obviously, that was picking up a little more light than my eye was, so maybe we can see exactly where that arrow hits. Let's go take a look.
No, I did shoot back. Wasn't that far though. Let's see if we can stop that.
Damn, man. That sure didn't feel like that's where my pen was.
I wonder if we can stop that.
Yeah, right there. I think you at least maybe caught a lung for sure liver, looking like.
We know where the exit's at. I mean, he's a dead deer, no doubt. What do you think about him, Joey?
I feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't want him out there suffering, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said in the blind, too. I knew it was going to take away from the hunt for you, but he's a dead deer. I mean, I think you caught near lung, don't you?
Yeah, I feel like, but like I said, that was the second deer I've shot in 3 years with a bow.
Well, guys, it's been about 5 hours here. I know everybody knows the saying, when in doubt, back out, right? Well, it's about 61 degrees right now. And Joe and I both agree that, at a very minimum, if we wait till the morning to go in, the side that lays on the ground is gonna be no good as far as the meat goes. So we definitely wanna salvage the meat. So we're gonna slip in here real nice and quiet. Let's give it a shot tonight. Hopefully get him when the meat's still good before the coyotes get to him. With any luck, that's what'll happen. Let's take up the trail.
About right there. I told you I can't see it. Yeah, sure enough. I'd say it's definitely back in the liver on that one. But it does have bubbles on top of it.
feel like he had to go in right here. Yeah. Yeah, this is thicker crap on both sides. Gosh, there should be some blood. What the heck? This kind of stuff, if we can get into leaves, it'd be a lot better off. Show me where you're at, Caleb. Take her speck by speck, maybe.
Yeah, speck.
Yep.
It's really small, but there's the speck right here.
What do you think? I think this is it right here. It's going this way. Yep.
Got some down here. What'd you come up with? Sure as heck.
I'm guessing he's...
Ain't much. That's pretty indicative of a stomach hit. A lot of times what you see for blood, just kind of watery, pasty. You would think if he was gonna bed, it'd be on one of these knolls where he could see everything.
There's a white belly right there.
What?
Yes!
No way!
Yes!
No way!
Oh my God!
Yeah!
Yes!
Oh, yeah, no way! There's a white belly, he said.
Oh! Oh, boys!
Good job, brother!
Oh my God!
Good job, Joey!
That's awesome. I don't think I've ever cried on a deer.
What?
You guys, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Let's go, dude.
Oh my God. This is awesome. There was two spots of blood. I am so thankful.
That is awesome. I'm really glad we took up the trail. I know we had a lot of people like, what?
Awesome. Yes. Oh my God.
Look at this big old thing. Holy crap. The size of that deer.
Oh, I am so thankful. Oh, he's been dead for, he's been dead a while.
Oh, wow. He didn't go anywhere, did he? We made the right call.
Oh, I am so thankful he's not gonna go to coyote.
Yep.
I am so thankful he's not gonna go to coyote.
Well, check him out here, Joey.
Oh,
I like that too.
Gosh. You know, this is the second deer I've killed in 3 falls with a bow. I'm on the wrong side of the TV here.
Yeah, I can't believe you spotted the white belly because I was getting a little dejected there. I was like, just a couple little specks of blood and some watery stuff, got matter, whatever, but all of a sudden, white belly. Best words I've heard in a long time. That is awesome, man.
Oh, I don't even know what to say. This thing is huge.
Yeah, I'm glad we got him, buddy.
I'm thinking I ain't getting any smaller, but this thing is big now.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough. To be honest, I mean, this was a walk down memory lane for me. This field that we shot this deer in was the first time I've ever planted with a planter. I mean, he was the guy that showed me, and tonight is just kind of reminiscent of those days. And Rowan said, I don't think we've ever hunted together. And I said, outside of, 4 years and 900 hunts together?
Well, yeah, I was always the one with the bow or gun or whatever it was, so I was pretty happy to be out there with you, and you were the one hunting. And about thanking me enough, that's crazy talk, dude, all the stuff you've done to help me, so hopefully we got a few more left.
It's literally, I couldn't be more thankful because just everything coming back, the flood of memories and all the time we've spent, and to have somebody like Owen to call you up and say, come hunt with me. I'm burning. I'm burning tires out of the driveway to get there.
It's getting to me too a little bit, Joe. I'm trying to fight back tears, honestly, but it's what it's all about, buddy.
Just everything coming back, the flood of memories and all the time we've spent, and to have somebody like Owen to call you up and say, come hunt with me.
I'm burning tires out of the driveway to get there.
Within 33 yards for over 7 hours today. He literally ran right to the ditch and stopped. So then we've done it.
The one thing we got going for us on top of all that is that if he gets up, he doesn't have a long ways to go. And that's the trick. I mean, the October lull, I think you just got to get tight to the bedroom, and here we are, doing it.
It is hard to believe that the last 48 hours unfolded merely 2 days into the new month. Only the beginning of the journey, this time frame is often reserved for shaking the rust off and playing things safe until the chances of a daylight sighting increase with the flip of every calendar page. This year, however, the playbook was different and it paid off in big ways. Though the margin of error was razor thin, Joe Baker showed that with the right plan and a bit of patience, slipping into a buck's bedroom can produce a hunt that rivals any rut-filled chase, especially when family is by your side. On the flip side of the coin, Joe Noble showed us yet again that hunting food fueled by sweat equity tucked tight to bedding can deliver the very same. 2 hunts, 2 bucks, showcasing the same takeaway. Success is sweet, but sharing in that success with those closest to us is what the great outdoors is truly all about. With Joe tagged out, Owen's attention now shifts to his own hunting. Having multiple great bucks to begin the chess match with, sitting at the top of the board is a non-typical Magnum who up to this point has chosen the cover of darkness when moving. Arrow by arrow, Owen's focus remains steadfast, preparing for a hopeful opportunity. Mike Reed's high anticipation sit for the Iowa Giant he calls Chubbs Jr. didn't produce the secluded sighting he hoped for, but every day his focus drifts to the unknown. At this point, nearly every buck on the river farm has been confirmed alive except the Big Ten from the memorable blizzard hunt. Not yet fully focused on his own tag, Mike's immediate plan is to focus on youth season's dwindling days with only 1 weekend remaining. Strangely, I feel like I'm in the same boat fighting a ticking clock that's rapidly counting down to 0. With an early harvest season unfolding, soon the properties I'm hunting, both big deer and 6x5, will be transformed, reshuffling the entire deck. All in all, our team's strategy will be to toe the line between risk and reward, keeping a watchful eye on the weather forecast to guide our path. The train is rolling now, and in the coming days we will continue to pick up steam, chugging along to the best time of the year to be a deer hunter. The time when we are chasing November.